Now let's actually begin using ChatGPT and see, first of all, if it makes sense to us. Like if we ask it reasonable questions, like what is considered freezing weather? It's factual. We can type it here on the bottom. What is considered freezing weather? And we'll just say yes, and we'll see what it says. And you see it's writing as it goes. Now let's read it together to see if it makes sense. Freezing weather is generally considered to be weather that has an air temperature of 32 Fahrenheit or 0 Celsius or below. This is the temperature at which water freezes and turns into ice. So this, like if you were to ask me, I would not be able to give you such a precise answer. This is much better than a human, unless you're a chemist or a scientist and you work with this all the time. However, the actual definition of freezing weather can vary depending on the context and specific conditions being referred to. Interesting. Now it's getting subjective a little bit, which is really fascinating. For example, some people may consider any temperature below 50 to be freezing, right? Because people use that as a common figure of speech. Oh my God, it's freezing, but it's not technically freezing. While others may consider temperatures below 20 to be freezing. Ultimately, what is considered freezing weather is largely a matter of personal perception and can be influenced by factors such as wind, chill, humidity. Cool. So this is a very broad, great answer. Far better than any person I know could say, because this gave a technical, scientific answer. It gave a subjective, humorous answer, and it also gave other contexts, right? Because we're not living in a vacuum, we're not living in a box or a tube, in a scientific lab. We're living in the real world where weather and how things feel to us depend on wind chill, humidity, and amount of time a person is exposed to the cold. Amazing, right? Very detailed answer. Now, this is weather, and you can probably fetch content like this from something like Wikipedia. But let's give it a complicated question and see what it does. Let's say, what is beauty? This is a question that's never been precisely answered in philosophy. Many philosophers tried, starting from Socrates 2,500 years ago, but no single answer has been universally satisfying. What is beauty? Let's ask and see what happens. So I'm going to just search here, and it's going to think a little bit. Let's read it together. I'm excited. Beauty is a complex and multifaceted concept that can be difficult to define. Yeah, of course. In general, beauty refers to the qualities that are pleasing or attractive to the senses, especially to the eye. This is debatable, by the way, because you can have beautiful feelings. People can be beautiful because maybe they're inspiring, not because they're good looking. So this is actually where this can be philosophically challenged, right? But this is hard. And of course, we know beauty is inside of you, right? Those kind of nice things to say and think. But let's keep going. These qualities can include physical features such as facial features, body proportions, skin texture, as well as more abstract qualities such as symmetry, balance, and proportion. So it's talking about people being beautiful, but what about music being beautiful? So it's a little limited so far. Beauty can also refer to qualities that are pleasing to other senses. Oh, now it's interesting, right? Such as pleasing aroma or soothing sound. Okay. Although soothing sound is not the same beauty as, you might say, a song that really touches your heart. Not with its sound, but maybe a song like Bob Dylan's poetry. Like some of it might actually touch your heart and give you a feeling of catharsis, which kind of changes how you feel and changes your emotion. Right now, we're just talking about soothing sound. Again, maybe it will get more complex in a second, but this is at a sophisticated enough level that it's good, but it's not a sophisticated enough level that it's world class. Although the more logical answer about the freezing weather, I felt it was satisfactory. Although I'm not a scientist, I have read a lot of philosophy, so I know about beauty a little more than the average person, so I can challenge this AI bot a little more on that topic. Let's see what's next. In addition to physical qualities. Beauty is also associated with inner qualities. Okay. Such as kindness, intelligence, and compassion. Okay, now you're getting interesting, right? This is just what I was kind of talking about. Some people may find inner beauty to be more important than physical beauty and may value qualities such as person's character and personality over their appearance. Okay, so that's just exactly what I mentioned. So this thing is smart. Although, when I read it, it reads a little bit like a textbook. This is the first thing. This is the second thing. This is the third thing. It doesn't read conversationally yet. Maybe it will do that. It reads very professionally, but it doesn't read like it has a unique voice, which a human would. So let's just read the last paragraph here. It's important to note that beauty is a subjective concept, and what one person finds beautiful may not be the same as what someone else finds beautiful. Beauty is often culturally and socially constructed, and what is considered beautiful can vary widely from one culture to another. Now, there is more to say on this topic, a lot more to say on the topic of beauty. So all in all, this is a really good answer. You could, of course, go deeper into the topic of beauty, but right now we only have 3 paragraphs, and for 3 paragraphs, this is quite a nice and balanced answer with multiple viewpoints. Does it have all the viewpoints? Not really. Does it go deep into any? Not yet. But let's see something interesting. What if you try to use this for a blog, let's say, and somebody else tries to use it for a blog? Well, then you have duplicate content, right? Not really, because if you regenerate a response, it will write it differently. So let's try that together. Regenerate response. Let's read it. Beauty is a complex and subjective concept that can be difficult to define. It is often used to describe qualities that are pleasing or attractive to the senses, such as beautiful person, a beautiful landscape, or a beautiful piece of music. Beauty can also be a matter of personal taste and individual preference. So you see, it's not duplicate content. You can keep regenerating. And so what does that do? If you want to have 100 blog posts today about some topic, well, you've got it. Of course, you can't just copy and paste. You have to add photos to your blogs, maybe a video embed, maybe you will hyperlink to some other blog posts. So you have to edit it, and you have to use your own unique voice. And if you're going to, let's say, add it to your blog post. So in the next video, let's look at how we would proofread this text and how we could possibly improve it.